Okay, folks, I'm giving it a few minutes here to see if anyone's going to come in or not. Hey, Steven, Christy, how's it going, my sister? Like I said, I'm giving it a few minutes here to see if anyone's going to come in or not. I want to talk about local elections again, and I want to discuss here in Augusta County, here in Virginia, we're having a pretty heated sheriff's election here, and I'd just like to discuss that and talk about that just a little bit. If y'all would share this out, but I'd just like to discuss it a little bit. There's been a lot of things going on. There's been a lot of things coming out and stuff. Mike Donovan, what's going on, buddy? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna cut it pretty short. All right, as y'all know, I came out the other week and I endorsed Neil Kester for Sheriff of Augusta County. The reason being I did this is because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not someone that takes things personally, and I don't really get real personal about things. The decisions I make in an election has got to do with the Constitution, and it's got to do with what's good for the county as far as the Constitution is concerned. Because I am actually a constitutional militiaman. I mean, I am connected with 3% groups all over the country, and I am a constitutional militiaman. I'm going to vote, and I'm going to endorse the folks that are going to be strong for our Constitution. So, with that being said, when I came out the other day and endorsed Neil Kester, I got some hate mail, and I just want to clear that up. There's one asshole in particular I'd like to ask y'all, as my brothers and sisters. I'm going to post his Twitter page, and I'm also going to post his Facebook page on my account, and I'd like for you all to go on his Facebook account and go on his Twitter account and show him some love from us, the 3%ers and the constitutional militia people. His name is Dave Brigman. After I came out and endorsed Neil Kester, he sends me a message saying that I'm not a 3%er, that I'm a joke. Well, any of you folks on here that have ever stood with me knows exactly what I am and what I'm about, and I guarantee you, you're not going to see Dave Brigman out here anywhere standing for anything. All he's going to do is cause a bunch of hate and discontent and drama on his Facebook page and within our communities. And it kind of makes me not understand why this guy he's not a resident of Augusta County, but he's endorsing a sheriff that has a relationship with a guy that was charged with, the charges were dropped because of mishandling of the case by Augusta County Sheriff's Department. But Dave Brigman is backing a sheriff that is got a close friendship and relationship with this guy that tried to solicit sex from a 14-year-old kid off of Craigslist. Yeah, I hope y'all heard me very clear on this. And this guy that that was trying to solicit sex from a 14-year-old child was actually talking to a cop, but he didn't know this. And his name is Felix Chujoy. Now, Sheriff Smith, and I mean, I've seen so much stuff about breaking through news, and I've seen so many people bashing breaking through news. I've seen so many people bashing Theodore Whitelow and everything. But the thing about it is whether you agree with what Theodore does or you don't agree with what he does, he can't make this stuff up. He cannot make this stuff up. Pay attention to what I'm telling you, folks. He cannot make this stuff up. There's a lot of things that Theodore says I don't agree with either. But then there's a lot of things that he says and he does I do agree with. And I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just like the stuff with Augusta County. I looked into it myself. I actually looked into it myself. I did not take Theodore's word on it. I did not take anybody's word on it. Because for one thing, that's not what I do. I'm not going to put something out there unless I believe it to be true. So, with that being said, I checked into things myself. And a whole lot of what Theodore is saying, I have checked on it, and it's true. It is true. So, with that being said, back to this Dave Brigman attacking me for doing what told me I wasn't a 3%er. Dude, I hate to tell you, Dave Brigman, but I'm doing what a 3%er or a constitutional militiaman would normally do. I'm voting for a Republican, conservative, Christian candidate. That's what I'm doing, Dave Brigman. So now if you want to tell me that I'm not a 3%er because I'm not voting and I'm not supporting a independent candidate, that I wonder where his money's coming from anyhow, because the Democrats don't have a candidate running for sheriff. And a lot of times you see his signs in the same yards as you do with liberal Democrats. So, as a 3%er, as a constitutional militiaman, I am endorsing Neil Kester for Sheriff of Augusta County. I don't care who likes it, who don't like it, and I am doing what I would typically do as a constitutional militiaman. I am backing a Republican, conservative, Christian candidate for Sheriff of Augusta County. Dave Brigman, as far as you're concerned, I think you're a piece of shit. Now, if you'd like to talk to me in person, maybe we can have Theodore film it. Me and you sit down and debate things. Me and you sit down and have a heart-to-heart. Face-to-face. So we'll sit there and face each other like men. Well, I'm going to post his Facebook account. I'm going to post his Twitter account on my page. And normally I don't do this kind of stuff, but this clown has really just irked my ass. And I'm going to put his information out there. I'd appreciate it. As my brothers and sisters, y'all go to his accounts and show him some love. Let's show him so much love that he just goes off of Facebook. Let's show him enough love where he just goes off of Twitter. Let's call him out as to being the piece of shit that he is. And I'm going to tell you what, back to Theodore and back to Breaking Through News, people are calling him fake liberal, news media, whatever, all this shit they're calling him. Well, I hate to tell you, if he was being fake liberal news media right now, he would be backing a sheriff that had a relationship with a human trafficker and a pedophile. He would not be going against a sheriff like that if he was liberal fake news. And sorry folks, but you can't make this stuff up. There's too much evidence out there. There's too much evidence going against Sheriff Smith. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't take anything personal. As somebody to talk to, I've dealt with Sheriff Smith. Everything was kosher, everything was fine. He's fine to talk to. We have 140 seats in our General Assembly coming up for grabs this year. We hold the Senate by a narrow margin. We hold the House by a narrow margin. We need a sheriff in Augusta County that doesn't have a bunch of bull and baggage coming along with them. We need somebody that's got a credible career in law enforcement to stand against our governor if we lose the majority in the General Assembly. We need a sheriff that is going to be strong and is going to be able to stand against the governor of this state, because we lose the majority in the General Assembly. Pay attention, folks. If we lose the majority in the General Assembly, Governor Ralph Northam is going to push red flag laws. So many people are misinformed on red flag laws. It violates your due process. It violates your right to face your accuser. And most importantly, it violates your Second Amendment right. And with that being said, we need a sheriff that's going to be in charge of this county, that is going to have a spotless career, that will stand against our governor and keep these red flag laws from being enforced in our county. Much love and respect, Patriots, and as always, live